Hey guys, Bud Francis here, bringing you part 2 of the How to Make a Poster in Source Filmmaker series. So last episode, we positioned a camera, and our work camera, and chose our spot on the map. So now we're going to actually add something into the map. My plan for this is to have maybe a demo man with an arrow through his head, and then the other team laughing at him. That's my basic idea, and then we can work on a lot of different effects in that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new character, or a new model, if you like. So we're going to go to the animation set editor, which is on the far left, and there's a little plus button, which is add. Click on that, and there's a couple different options. For this one, we're going to create animation set for new model, because he's not in the game yet, he doesn't exist, so it's going to be a new model. So then click, and again, if I delete that, you see a very similar menu to when we pick the map, but there are a lot more things here. If you just look, there's so much. So what we're going to do is, instead of having to scroll through all that, we're going to use the filter again. So I'm going to want a demo man. So I'm going to type demo in here. So there's lots of different ones. There's some Gibbs, there's a player. But here's where it becomes slightly different. The player /demo.mdl is usable, but you're going to want to use the player /HWM/demo.mdl. It works, it's a better quality model, and it also allows for facial animation. So the best way to find that is just go to the top, look on the mod, and they usually say TF, 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 and usually the first one that says TF_movies is the HWM file. So click open, and he's in the game. So we don't want him there, we don't want to be looking at his crotch for the poster. Well, you might, but I don't know. You want to go down to the timeline here, and there's this button here, which lets you pick the clip editor. We don't want clip editor, we want the motion editor. So just click that, or you can press tab to switch between the last two of these used. We're not going to be using the graph editor too much, so don't really worry about that. So you'll notice it's all green. That is how much time you have selected. These little zigzags means it carries on. So if there's zigzags at both ends, it means every bit of time you ever have in your movie is selected. If I want to select between 10 and 20 seconds, I can either drag that to there, I can drag that to there, or I can hold shift, which allows me to pan through time, and I can click and drag like that, and then let go. And this is the playhead, so you can actually view. Press Control A to select all of time, and that's what we need. Okay, so to move the demo, just click on him, and there's a couple different tools right here. There's the move tool, which lets you move him along an axis, up, down, left, right, lets you allow to move him along multiple axes, and the blue square will allow you to move him along the camera, so he won't move back and forth, he'll just move side to side with the camera. You'll notice when I move him, the time selection becomes orange. That's called the floating modification layer. Now all that means is just it's got a change, and you haven't saved it yet. So to save the change, press enter. If you move him and you don't like it, press escape. So I'm going to move him back to his original place. Oh. Okay, so we're going to move him there. There's the rotation tool, which allows you to rotate along 3 different axes, as well as allowing you to rotate him along the camera view as well. And the most important one, I would argue, is the final one here, which is screen. This little yellow square in the middle, right here, you can see, that moves along screen space. The circle rotates along screen space, and this one gives you a free rotate tool, so you can actually rotate any way you like. If you learn to use that, it's actually very good, but it's a bit unprecise, so I don't really like it. So to move him, we want him to stay on the floor. So to do that, we're going to click Shift and move him. And as he moves, he'll lock along stuff in the world. So here, he's locked along the floor. Here, he'll lock along this wall, this plank. But you want to have him clipped to the floor. And then we're going to reposition the camera to look at him. So congratulations, you've just put your first character into the world.